Every fan.
Yeah, any sound because you said the last one didn't have sound.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah. Should I sing?
Yeah, that's crazy.
There's sound?
Oh, yeah, it's popped up. It hasn't loaded up yet.
Oh, okay. It wouldn't let me post it on OF. I said I
Okay. This is now. You
I said I
bad.
I ran out of promotional something for that. Like I can't post anything.
It's like we got sound. We got sound.
So I can't put this one on the other site. But it is the fifth one because I didn't have sound before and none of the other ones would work.
So we
And
have
the
sound now. We
yeah.
got sound now.
Yeah, I'll just explain. I'll just explain to them. But it changed my shirt.
Okay.
You would see it was a new one, but
Back to what I was saying.
mm,
I they still got have you at the car, and she's asking for some more money. I know she is asking you for. I mean, that should have been a red flag, a big red flag right there.
just trying to update you from yesterday. What happened? Um, okay, so she took that money. She asked me for another 120. It was that he took the money and left with the car. And then she said she was gonna call.
That's bullshit. Asking you for another hundred something. No, that's a red flag. She is using and taking you for your money.
So then okay, so then it was the other 120 said that she was gonna get this guy. She calls him the kid. This neighbor of hers, like this is how she has me send him money through Zelle. I have to go on my computer. I have to move things in my bank. And not to say, okay, so I can send to him and he goes to the ATM to give it to her. Okay. So that was to go and get his mom to give that her a ride to go try to find him, her boyfriend. Then she had me said, "Oh no, change your plans. Mom won't come." So I had to pay for an Uber for her. Like, can you imagine? I have to pay for an Uber when they have my car. Then my car is like been stolen by this man. That's the last I hear of it. Last night, she says, "I'm gonna get your car tomorrow and bring it to you tomorrow morning." I never, I never heard from her until I never heard from her until after 4 something tonight. Um, and she's apparently called me or wrote me while I was in the shower, and she's like, "Well, if you won't answer, I'll just turn around." She's like, "I said I went to Lowe's and spent $60, to get something for your bath." Like, I don't know what's going on. Um, and then she hasn't responded to me except when I wrote her back. I said, "I tried calling you." She said, "Oh, I can't. I'm driving right now." And then I heard nothing since. So then I even thought maybe I'm not going to be able to even go on tonight because is she going to come here and show up? I don't know what's going on.
No, she's playing you.
Yeah,
She's
so
lot. She's playing you, Stella. You think she's gonna give you your car back? No. The best thing that you should do, Stella,
mm,
that I don't know why you haven't done this yet.
mm,
Call the police and accuse them of embezzlement and stealing. So if, what are you doing?
what do you mean?
You know what?
What do you mean?
Would you just running? What?
Yeah, my 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 it's my head.
Is this because of what I was telling you was the truth?
It's it's just,
It's,
yeah,
it's just what?
it's so overwhelming, you know? It's it's just so much. And so her boyfriend's father wrote me this morning if it's safe to come do the pool because he said you have a window broken here. I have a window broken in the front from a you guys remember it when that happened years ago. Um, yeah, there was a gardener. I think something happened with like in a lawnmower or something, a rock, and then took the window and he left. So it's been like that for years now. Um, so but for him to say that, I got concerned, like, well, why would he say that? And I haven't heard from her. And I'm just thinking, like, where's my car? But then later in the afternoon, her boyfriend showed up with, I think, his son, and they were doing the pool. She wasn't there, and then I don't hear from her until later, and she's like, "Well, I'm just gonna turn around," like, so I don't know, and it's so overwhelming, and I don't know, and I do hope I'll get my car back, and I was real worried last night when she said, like, he took off, and I have to pay her an Uber, and but I but they have my car.
Take her no.
Yeah, it was $55.
Okay.
Mm.
Amy, okay. How much how much money did she have the first time after the surgery? How much?
Well, the day of her surgery, that was a couple days ago. She said, the day after when they had me go to the hospital, it was 350 to cash to give him. But then when I saw her at the hospital and she said, "You shouldn't have given it to him," but he said it was for him. Like I said, "Am I supposed to give this to you?" He said, "Yeah." And she said, "He's not responsible." And then later when he wouldn't pick me up all night, and you guys saw, and she's like, "He's probably at the casino." Um, but that was 350. Yeah.
And how much did she ask you to give to her?
And then she had me buy them Chinese food the night before, remember? And the
Yeah, how much was it?
the day after the surgery or the Chinese?
Uh, she wanted 100 something for it.
What day? What?
You should after that, and she wanted like 100 something.
Yeah, it's just, yeah, it's
What was it? Was it 100 what?
yesterday, 120 and 80 and 120 and 55. Um,
120, 80,
yeah.
and a and 155,
Mm,
and she wanted and she asked me
thank you,
to
Jerry.
Uber driver. So that was
Mm,
$50. Now let me add this up because I know this is not going to be good. Hang on.
that was yesterday. That anyway, so um I talked to my sister today and I've been nervous and I'm like, what's going on? I asked her what happened because then last night she's like, I need to go to the ER. Um, but so I haven't seen her today. For all I know, she could write me and show up during the stream. For all I know, she could be coming later. Like during the stream or later tonight. I don't even know. She knows. Mhm. Yeah.
I just finished the time she had it up.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
gave this manipulative and her boy, you gave this manipulative bitch and her boyfriend $626.05.
Well, anyway, so I think that brings you up to date with where I'm at right now. That I don't know if she'll call or I don't know what's going on. And I get really overwhelmed, and I was talking to my sister, and I was like, I don't know if my car is okay. What's happened to my car? So, when she said she was driving, so it must have been my car because she doesn't have a car. And he calls it his car, and I can't believe he tinted my windows. Because when I saw out the window to go to the hospital, I couldn't even hardly see. I couldn't see the mirrors. So how am I gonna
Wait a
go?
minute.
Yeah,
You tainted your window?
yeah, he had my windows tinted.
Oh my God. Stella, there's evidence right there that they stole your car.
Yeah, but
They they put tinted windows on your property without your permission. Oh no, Stella. The police need to get involved now.
well, I'm hoping I get it back, and at some point,
I'm gonna tell you, Stella, and I'm not trying to be rude
mhm,
I'm not trying to be negative, but you are not getting that car back.
mhm. Well,
No, you are not getting that car back. The only way you can get it back is by the police. That's all you can do because when you ask them for that car back and they don't give it back, Stella, even though I don't drive Stella, I would never lend my car to anybody. Not even my family or friends.
mhm.
I would never lend it out because I knew it would do because I know for a fact they're going to take it. That's called taking advantage of somebody. Stella, oh, the bullseye right there in your eyes. You see, they are lying, they are manipulating, and they're playing, and they are playing with you. The only thing you gotta do now, Stella, is fight back and get your car back, and get your car back the old-fashioned way. Call the police.
I'm sorry, like, I don't think you realize, like, how overwhelming this all is for me, and to have to constantly go over it. I tried to just I tried to just, give you an update for right now. Um, so that you would know that what I've been going through like last night, today, you know, I'm doing the best I can. So it's really hard.
I know, I
Yeah,
know you are.
yeah, it's really hard. And
Stella, everybody has been through the same stuff that you went through. Take a look at me. The only thing I went through this when I was young, saying saying stuff I didn't mean, and saying some crazy stuff. Not not only about hurting myself, I also saying some crazy stuff about hurting my family. Saying my mother and father who helped raise me into this world.
yeah,
It hurt me when every time, and it hurt me when every time I talk to my family like that, and my mother asked me whatever happened to the son that she raised. I looked at myself in the mirror, and you know the story. I looked at myself in the story and said,
this would be a really good time for a prayer, actually, don't you think?
"You're damn right. You're damn right to get time for a prayer because Stella, I know you're having a hard time trying to cope with this, but I'm gonna say this, Stella. I'm tired of this. I'm getting sick and tired of it.
Yeah, me too. So we need to pray that it gets better.
Lord, this is, we haven't heard from Stella in 3 weeks because of stuff like this. And Lord, you already know what happened to me a long time ago. I got manipulated, I got played on, I got lied to. And Stella's going through the same thing, but this time hers is a big difference than mine. Someone, a friend of hers and her boyfriend gets on like stealing her own money. And number two, still won't even give her a car back and stealing it, hitting her windows and doing everything else just to make this girl have a miserable breakdown. Well, guess what, Lord? It worked.
Do you guys know if you can have your windows untinted? Do you guys know that?
Yes, you can.
You can?
Yes, you can. Because Stella, they should have never done that. They need. Oh, sorry, so what was it?
Sorry. Stop. 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 Why are you? Oh God. I'm sorry. I don't know why she did the blah, blah, blah. I don't hear.
I feel she didn't like that because she's concerned about you. And I know Sheila is always when he sees you like this, and I know he's just like everybody. He's getting tired of seeing you this way.
Heat makes it come up. Okay. Because I didn't know if it was permanent. Like it'll never be like when I got
No,
it.
it's not permanent.
Mm.
But they say it's right. You need to spray and towel it. But anyway, Lord, she just needs she needs to just call the police and get her car back because if the more they keep doing this, the more it's going to just make her upset.
Well, she had just had surgery, and I feel guilty and to ask for it back right after surgery. And then she decided that for their wound care to be going.
So did you tell me that she drove your car too?
Yeah, but they
So why the hell would she even drive your car if she had after she had surgery? When you have surgery, Sheila, you don't drive cars. You don't even do anything for a while.
Okay. Okay. So it's the
Yes, Terry, I do listen, man. Shut the fuck up.
secrets. Yeah. I had to dig out dead tissue. It's not skin, but like dead tissues down to the muscle. And but you can actually drive up for that. But a lot of it's been her boyfriend. But she said today she's driving. She wrote me, but it's and I believe it's possible. But yeah, I mean, I guess my car could be in danger in that aspect as well. Yeah. Trying not to think about that. Actually, I actually don't want to think about it so much. But you have an update. I'd rather not talk about it. Because yeah, it's very upsetting. Yeah. Well, so just the surgery, and then she decided to do the wound care outside of the house. But I figured I'll offer her to drive her to it, myself, and that's if I can have my car back. Um, um, But yeah, that's that's why at that point, yeah, yeah. Song time. You have a song?
Well, I didn't even finish the damn prayer, but
Hmm.
yeah, I do. But in Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Amen. Thank you.
Okay, so
Yeah,
3 weeks we haven't even done this, but
I know, and I missed
so
you.
I know, and I miss you know too, because because here's a one song because oh the hell, I don't know why he's doing that. I think it's time to let it whip.
Mm-hmm. Is that your song? I don't like it. Pop Tart.
I see you whip it, show the treat you right. Give me just a minute of your time and night. We both are here to have the fun, so let it rip. I notice that you're grooving, love your body language, baby. Let me know. You get me sort of anxious. We both are here to have the fun, so let it rip. So let it whip it, baby. Child, whip it right. Let's whip it, baby. Whip it all night. Let's whip the trip. Oh no, child. Gonna let it whip. Wonder what you see. How you do with me. What else can I do to be closer to you? Oh, I'm here to have big fun. Let it whip. You have a mutual feeling. You'll be feeling. Maybe a man I look to be a sugar. You don't. I'm here to have the fun. Let it whip.
I'm gonna take my lipstick off.
Well, if, if Jerry don't know, Jerry, that was a dance band.
Ah,
It whip.
I didn't know that. There was a new one. Yeah, I don't think you've done that one yet.
If you talking about Devo whipping, no, hell no, I ain't singing that.
Mm. Mm.
All right, here's the next one. This one here is a good old rap song.
What song?
So, there's one thing that I always would love to wish.
Wish.
I love, I love, wish to see you. I wish to hug with you. I wish to kiss you. I wish to love you. I wish to do everything for you, and I wish to help you with everything. Now, funny thing is, I said 2 words before that. What were those 2 words?
I wish.
Yeah.
No, that's
I
what
know.
Jerry.
I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a girl who was good or a baller. Wish I had a rabbit and a well. 6'4" baller. I wish I was like 6'9" so I can get to these. It'll be really fine. Every time, that's good. Keep it. Let's say that. Play ball. So with that, when it comes to playing basketball, I'm always pick last. No, but in the ball. What the great ball. Girl, the girls and oh, yes, I'm the shame. And nobody knows your name. That came to my sense. Here. On the type. I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a girl with a good avocado. I wish I had a rabbit in a house with a 6'1" baller. I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I the girl with a good avocado. I wish I had a rabbit in a hat with a bat with 6'1" ball. Wish I would a brand new car so far. Yeah, that's right. And everywhere I go, I and that's that. Everyone I get in my car, that's back. This track. That's bad. The whack. They can't even a date. So what do you think of that? If I'm in the all night, one night, it's one night. Hello. Right. Fine. Dancing jungle. Passing me by. She looks fine. She looks fine. Make me say, I'm. I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. Avocado. Which had a rabbit in a hat with a pitchfork baller. I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was taller. Which had a good avocado. Which had a rabbit in a hat with a patch 6 foot baller. A little bit taller, y'all. Yeah, but it's Steve, it's Skilo, Jerry, Skilo, SKEE-LO. The song is I Wish.
How much taller do you wish you were?
Let me see. Skilo.
How tall is he?
I don't even know. Something from 1995.
Mm. He just wanted to rhyme it with taller. Thank you. That was very nice. I missed your singing.
Hey, my singing will never go English, fella.
Yeah, I'm sorry that I'm going through these problems, and I do hope that it will get better. I'm feel very glad that I got to at least do a show today.
I was in my heart, fella, and God knows it too. God knows this booking only a lot better.
It's just
And he's
yeah.
going to make it about look at us.
Thank you.
Look at us. Nobody can stop you. Nobody cannot tell you what to do and what to do. Hey, example, the only person who can stop you selling is yourself, and you are not going to do that. You are going to stay strong, you are going to stay happy, and you will not let no motherfuckers fuck you around anymore.
Yeah. Well. Um. I don't. I mean, I feel sometimes like a bit is always in life in like fate or lack of a better word, like I do what I have control over, which isn't everything, but I'm trying to have faith or I hope. Um, but I'm glad that I'm able to come on tonight and just keep in mind what we talked about earlier when I had just, private that stream. What we talked about. So,
I'm going
okay.
to done that. It's over with.
Yeah,
Just to drop
that's
that.
good.
Just drop that.
Yeah.
Drop.
All right. Well, thank you. And I hope I see you tomorrow. I love you.
I will use the followers. You can come.
Oh, okay. Mwah. Good night. Love you. Hello? Hello?
Thomas Dolby is at horse's butt.
How are you doing? Did you read that Motley Crue book?
Actually, I had the audio book.
Well, you don't need me to read it to you.
Oh, but
He asked me to read him. What's it called? The Dirt?
the dirt.
Mhm.
I want to hear you about and your best Vince Neil impersonation. So here we are. We're doing the Theater of Pain album, and we're flat throat. Tommy has this idea of taking his drum kit and spinning it around and around. Meanwhile, meanwhile, we're on course for Shot the Devil part 2 with Ozzy, and he has this brilliant idea of snorting inks.
Are you reading from the book right now? This is by memory?
No, no, this is well, sort of.
Good job.
Snorting. Tommy Lee and Nikki Sixx snorting ants is like a famous rock myth.
Oh. But so do you think like people are fascinated by like the stories of like bands like because they want to live like vicariously through them and do debaucheries?
Well, The Dirt is actually a fascinating book because it's, you know how there's, okay, for example, Kiss. There's the Ace Frehley, there's the Paul Stanley, there's the Gene Simmons. There's all these, autobiographies that are, individually, but The Dirt is all four guys who, you know, collaborate on this one book and tell their side of the argument.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
and
And
what's their argument?
especially
They had one song in the 80s.
now
That guy that was like was he engaged or married to Pamela Anderson? Why was he ever that famous? Just because he married her.
Tommy Lee was married to Helen Locklear at peak strokeability era.
What was Heather Locklear's famous for? She was like Miss America, right?
Dave Hooker.
What's that?
It's a cop show with William Shatner. She's a lady cop.
The lady cop. Is she still working or is she dead?
Far as I know, she's still alive.
Do you think that there could ever be a female Motley Crue?
Well, the funny thing is, in 2000, when Tommy Lee was on doing his solo gig with Methods of Mayhem, they actually brought in a female drummer on the Hell on High Heels album.
Was she good?
She's okay. She did the job.
Do you think that
I mean,
that there's like a higher standard for women?
explain, elaborate.
I just mean like in life, like expectations are higher for women, you know? Like to prove yourself. I mean, I could be wrong. I've only ever been a woman, but like it just
28 years.
it just seems weird. Like okay,
Well,
what is the male? What is the female equivalent of the term family man?
stay at home mom, I guess. I don't know.
So a family man means a stay-at-home dad.
So, like a Mr. Mom. Well,
If they say he's a family man, if that's what they mean is they stay home.
A family man, um he plays. He comes home. He comes home to the kids.
Yeah, he gives a crap about his family. There's not a term for women, you know,
She's I guess.
a corporate mom. I love how you're trying. You will not admit like any sex. Listen, you work in the food industry a lot. Do you think that there's any sexism in there?
I mean, if you can, let's put it this way: there are some women are better than men, yes, and there's men better than women. This is a proven fact. As long as you're able to be top dog, so to speak, hold your own, but there is a camaraderie. You're able to have to dish out,
Among men?
especially with because uh,
Guys being guys.
cooks are but a degenerate alcoholic. Um,
Degenerates. Oh.
I guess in my case, um, love addicted, or just we all have problems. We all laugh at dark humor.
Okay, let me ask you something.
Shoot,
So I saw your video last night. Do you feel like you're fearing that you're gonna have one day a midlife crisis?
I mean,
Like you're
I can.
looking down the road and you're feeling what?
I'm just staring. All I'm picturing is a dark black top. Okay, in that Terminator 2.
Terminator.
With Sarah Connor doing the voiceover. No,
Is she the lady that was on Stranger Things?
I never watched Stranger Things.
Oh, the latest season. The thing is, I just felt like I feel like I understand. It's like you're going through like emotions come to you, or like you're like it all feels like where is it going, and you want things to change, but since it hasn't yet, you think it'll be the same. But the thing is that I think that's the biggest misconception people have is that because things are going one way, it'll always be, whether that's good or bad, that's the way it'll always be. And it's just not true. Like, so life is ever changing. And I think, um, for yourself, what if you knew, like, in the future, you could look ahead that you were going to be very, very happy and that your best days are ahead of you by far? Like, then you would look back now and be like, what a dumb jerk.
This is with my bald head.
Use my right hand too. That was oddly specific.
Well, you might with your right hand, don't you?
Yeah, I do write with my right hand. Yeah.
That's your dominant hand. That's where all your strength is.
Really? I don't know how much strength that is. Gonna need the other one to back it up.
Well, you need the left hand to hold the book while you're um, going. So we're on the girls tour. Yeah, we have girls said and wow, say I'm going to take our track. They're like,
You're coming for my job. You do such a great job. You even do the voices.
it's
You need to
funny.
interview the Motley Crue members along with that. You got the whole radio persona.
It's really disappointing, like autobiographies of people you grew up listening. They don't usually do it, and they have like people who imitate them. Like I have a Dame Mustaine audiobook in my Audible library, and it's a very imitation of him. So I'm in the back of the U-Haul. So I'm driving a U-Haul somewhere in Kansas. Meanwhile, Lars and she's in the back trying to get my replacement. Literally, I know at a couple of days, I'd be on a great bus back to Los Angeles full of public.
Do you ever pull that voice out to like intimidate people to be like, I've been around a lot and I've smoked a lot of cigarettes?
Now it's just like, well, right, if I want to get a laugh, maybe, but it's just like not proper um, intimidation.
Well, if you were just like on the phone, not in person, you know?
I mean, you're the only one I really talk to on the phone.
Well, yeah, I have trouble. Like I'm supposed to do some calls like um for things like legally, and I started the
Mm-hmm.
shaking, and they literally hung up. I'm like, is there people in India? And it literally is India. 5 times they hung up on me because I have to hang up. I have to end this call. And then I call again. I'm like, can I stutter? This is a credit card. Like, can I stutter? Like, if you hang up on me, because I stutter. And I feel like in America they wouldn't do that. Like in our culture, like people can have like disabilities, and maybe they would still be annoying, like, but I feel like it's less likely. I don't know. I have to try it, but that really scared me. So, because
I,
I talk to you,
I,
doesn't mean that I'm good, like, talking to other people, like, on the phone, like, I like to think my show is, like, self-selected for people that understand I'm weird, and they're like, "Okay, I'll call her anyway." But other things, like, professional reasons or whatever, like, having to pay bills and stuff, it's like, yeah, they're not self-selected that they like you. They're just like, "If you're gonna stutter, I'm gonna hang up on you." And so I get nervous. But maybe if I put on like a grizzly voice persona and be like, "Oh, I want to pay a bill. Hold on, let me put down my smokes." They take me more seriously.
no, I usually use. So I am signed up as a account, and I really would like some help through it. Now, this kind of more condescending in a way, but it's more, hey, trying to wheel them in, so to speak,
Oh, well,
or 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 I guess my best advice is go get an Indian friend, I guess, in real life, or you know, okay,
I don't know how to make friends.
no, well, hey, I know a whole lot of place full of them.
A cell phone store and a strip mall.
Now work.
Oh, sorry. Um, I feel like I worry I'll say something wrong, that I'm nervous, and I actually worry that I'll shake, and that can lead to more, the anxiety, and so it's just really I feel like the things for me are really hard. Um, like I read something somewhere about how like when you have anxiety, so much of your energy is spent like having to try to cope with your anxiety before other people that don't have it, like they can, like, go about their day, like, but you have so much of your energy is literally on that. But I don't know how not to have so much anxiety. Um, I don't know, for you, do you have anxiety?
Yeah.
About what? Work?
Sometimes like driving, it's like certain times of day, it's like I just don't want to drive here in town. Like
Yeah,
even
especially the weather.
yeah, you know what it did last night? It snowed.
Yeah? You didn't send me any pictures.
Well, it was like a complete shock to me because I woke up this morning. I heard scraping outside, and I thought, "Oh, it's just, oh, it's like whatever." But I didn't realize until I got outside. I was like, "So it snowed last night." So, but yeah, it was like one of those mornings of, okay, we gotta do this. But like yesterday, it was kind of like just in a real pissy mood. We got um, people, 6 a.m. drivers up my ass. Not literally, but on my ass. And
Yeah.
this like wanted to shout out my car window, "I'm not a fool, and I'm not gonna take it anymore."
Well, you could have, but you'd be cold. And they just honk at you. It's like, shut up. This looks like a game tailor-made for you. You are a pop culture genius, an expert, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think these are like, the game's called Don't Quote Me. So I think I'm going to say the
Don't
quote.
quote. Hold on. Let me guess. Don't quote me, but this one chick has a necklace that says "Go" on it.
What is that from?
You know what's funny? I've been playing with my Zoom recorder, and I found an old recording from an old show of one of the old channels. You talk about his sister having a friend that a necklace that said,
Yeah. Oh my God, it's true. Oh my God, that fat piece of crap. Sorry. Terrible weird tattoos. But yeah, you're right. I forgot about that. You are truly the custodian of my memories. Thank you.
"Well, you're insert flirty sentence right here."
That's Florida for you. Wonder where she is
Tell you
now.
what,
Probably dead.
no, tell you what, there's nothing hotter than a Southern Illinois beauty. I tell you what, on Saturday night.
I'll say it tonight. Okay. So I think
Oh,
okay. I'm gonna give you a quote, and I think I'm supposed you're I could probably give you three possibilities if you don't
okay,
know it, and you can guess which one of that, you know? Okay, so
okay.
this is from a movie, and the actor says, hold on. Wait, that's not right.
You want the truth? You can't handle the truth.
No, you're right. It's Jack Nicholson. It's not that movie. No, it's as good as it gets because you make me want to be a better man, but then it says easy rider. And the answer is it's literally Jack Nicholson. You can How did you know that?
You know what? I got a psychic. You know what? Maybe I
You're
can think
wrong.
now. Think about. I've been, we've been together what 7 years?
70
Maybe,
years.
yeah, or something like that. There's no psychic connection. Um,
The way you said connection.
yeah.
Sheila, go on.
Can you see what finger I'm holding up?
No, but I'm this one. Oh no.
Okay, close enough.
Sorry. You're cute.
I know I am,
Okay.
but so are you.
Um, okay. Pop culture. A host says, help control the pet population. Have your pets spayed or neutered. Where is that from in pop culture?
Oh yeah, it's Bob Baca. That's right.
Yeah, you're right. It's Bob Barker, The Price is Right. Didn't he like molest women?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's
I thought he got
Aussie.
I thought he got canceled. No, it was more than one
No.
man. My God, I didn't tell you guys. I saw it in one of my, like, you know how I have, like, a bunch of, like, weird porn magazines, but this was, like, Penthouse or Hustler. I have, like, old ones, and, like, in the back, like, they have, like, ads because like, back in the day, people would, like, order things, like, catalog, so they'd have, like, toys or movies and stuff, but anyway, this was, like, something to put in women's drinks, and they were straight out advertising and selling it, and it was like, um oh, and, get like, it literally said, "Put this in her drink, it'll knock her out, and you'll have a great night with," and it was like, "It'll a night you'll never forget, and she'll never remember," and, like, it's literally advertising that like, you're advertising a crime. Yeah, like, I'll find it at one point and show you, like, I think
That's wild.
it's real, I swear to you, like, it was even worse than that, like, that was part of it, but it was, like, a whole long like, "Are you kidding me?" Like, yeah. Does it scares me about, like, what it must have been like to be a woman, back then even.
Or still.
Still, but I feel like if somewhere advertised that now, women would use their voices to be like, this is some shit." People would be like, "See what I mean?" But
Can I guess next answer?
yeah, go ahead.
I feel the need for speed.
What was that from?
Top Gun. Tom Cruise.
Nope, that
Yeah.
it's nobody puts babies in the corner.
It's like Clark Gable or some shit like that.
Dirty Dancing.
Oh, never seen it.
It's crap. It's a horrible movie. I hate it.
Yeah, but it's so wonderful because Jennifer Grey and Patrick Swayze, they dance and it's a nice little weird love story from the '60s. Oh, it's amazing. We have to watch it at a slumber party.
Looking at cleavage is like looking at the sun. You don't stare at it. It's too risky. You get a sense of it and then you look away. Who said that?
Mm, give me a little hint.
Paul Reiser, Gary Shandling, or Jerry Seinfeld?
Jerry Seinfeld.
Jerry Seinfeld.
It's a very Seinfeld-esque setup.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But really, it seems more of a um. What's the Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Larry David.
Yeah, it's more of a Larry Davidism. The fact that Larry David's had a more successful career post Seinfeld tells you something than Seinfeld. Who was behind that show?
Larry David.
Larry David. Just I don't know what that means. This stammer got me a house in Beverly Hills, and I'm not about to screw with it now. Want some hints?
Sure.
Bob Newhart, Mr. Rogers, or James Stewart? Well, who had a stammer? I don't know. Well, James Stewart had a stammer, right?
Jimmy Stewart.
But no, it's Bob Newhart. It
Oh,
said,
yeah. You know, uh, the way of talking.
crack is whack.
Adam Sandler
Whitney Houston.
or LT. One of the two.
Well, there's some movie ones. You probably know those. There's sports ones. I don't know. Do you
Oh,
know sports?
it's Waterboy.
No, I have. movies, sports, leaders. So it's like there's like sports, like politics. Let's see. This is a cartoon character. Don't have a cow, man.
Bart Simpson.
Yeah, let's see. This is from a movie. Sarcasm is losers trying to bring winners down to their own level. And that's step 4 of the program. It's from a movie. I really love this movie, actually.
Glenn Glenn Ross or something like that.
It's Little Miss Sunshine. Self-help dad.
Never seen.
You never seen that? Is it Greg Kinnear? Mm-hmm. I haven't seen it in a while, but I know I liked it. This one is. Look, this is from sports. A baseball figure. If you slid into bases head first for 20 years, you'd be ugly too. Should I give you hints?
Okay.
You ugly. Okay. Pete Rose, Rod Carew, Steve Garvey. Which one of them is ugly?
Pete Rose.
Yeah. Yeah. Is he ugly?
Well, he's dead.
Okay. Way to break it to
I don't know. Pete Rose was, I guess, a decent looking guy, I guess, for the 70s. You know.
A decent looking guy from the. I don't know.
Well, there's a reason why he has a hair. You never heard of Pete Rose's haircut?
No.
Basically, it's like long hair bowl, almost like Mo on the Three Stooges.
Mm. You know what? If you got a wig like that, and maybe like a cheetah print toga, I think that'd be a really good look on you.
Mm. Well, I do have some leopard underwear.
Right now.
Maybe.
Oh wow. That's a no. You're wearing boxers, shut up.
You don't know that.
I just feel like if I was a guy, I wouldn't wear any pants. Like boxers, it feels like you could go outside in those, right? They're like legally sanctioned shorts. I don't know. I'm not a guy. I don't have any guy. She's a girl. Rex never wore boxers.
Unless it's like a butterfly.
Wait, that's true. Don't boxers have a hole in them? But all men's underwear have holes in them, don't they?
Sure.
Like if you're at the thrift and you're looking at the men's underwear, there's like holes. You guys got like slots and stuff. Men are weird. You got places. But anyway, that's what you're wearing.
Oh, what color?
What color are your underwear? White.
No. Almost like a Scottish flag.
Who describes their underwear as a Scottish flag? Where did you get them?
They're Hanes, so I got this guy from Walmart.
Scottish flag underwear from Walmart. Nice. And then
That's crap.
When you bought them, did you hit on the vampire cashiers again?
No, you know,
Are they pointy incisors?
No, actually, funny. I was at Walmart this weekend. I just got some chicken patties, and she actually, I did kind of order, but it's like, oh crap, she changed her hair. She's wearing face covering. Damn it! But she probably didn't recognize me anyway, so oh well.
Okay, here's a pop culture quote. It's a comedian. Don't worry about senility. When it hits you, you won't know it. Who said that?
Yes, please.
Steve?
George Carlin.
Steve Harvey, Bill Cosby, Colin Moshiri.
I want to say it's Bill Cosby.
Yes. U.S. comedian, actor, first African American actor to star in a TV series, known for playing
Bill.
Cliff Huxtable on the Cosby Show. He's known for something else. Is he dead yet?
No, but he loves this pudding pops and Coca-Cola and Cool.
Yeah, you don't see pudding commercials much anymore. I don't think.
Well, see, one still dead. Bill at the box office. It was completely for Mr. Cosby.
All right, I got one for you. Pop culture. I sell propane and propane accessories.
I kill shoot the propane.
There you go. You caught up on King of the Hill yet?
Oh, jeez.
What else are you watching now at the moment? You watching anything good?
Just Secrets of the Bunny Ranch. Um, this past week. That actually, yeah. Just watch any episode of that. Just watch Lamar, right? About Lamar Odom. It's freaking wild. Um, this week I watched the movie Network. That's pretty much it. But
Faye Dunaway.
King of the Hill, I'll tell you what. Um, was that's mainly my go-to TV show lately because I'm kind of burned out on this Simpsons. I tell you what.
Well, okay, you're studying for your insurance license, right?
Yeah.
Well, isn't there like a show you could watch about insurance salesmen to inspire you?
The only thing I can really think of, like something like Sales or something, it's like Glenn Ross. It's mostly that one scene where Alec Baldwin comes in and said, "Always be closing. AB always C closing. Always be closing. For first prize, a new cat eye. Second prize, a new steak eyes. Third prize, your ass is fired."
You like Alec Baldwin?
I like him in Beetlejuice.
I was gonna say, what's your favorite Alec Baldwin movie?
Are you familiar with um? Hunt for Red October? You know, you think Jack Ryan.
No, never seen it. Never seen it.
Yeah, you know, great. My best friend's role, and he played Dane's Cook's father.
Yep.
Alec Baldwin.
I feel like Alec Baldwin is more famous as a persona than his acting. Don't you think?
You remember, like on Superman, who played Alec Baldwin's voicemail from his daughter?
What is it? Your thoughtless little pig? Or
Yeah, something like that.
yeah. But how did he ever get to be with like King Basinger? It's like he must have been doing something at the time that they would have met, you know? But I don't know what he was doing.
It's one of those things where it's how people meet people.
Well, she was A-list. He must have been A-list.
Well, King Basinger was, you gotta remember, King Basinger was in Batman. And Alec Baldwin at the time, was his rising, star. And I guess, it was like one of those things, hey, hey, Alec, this is Kim Alec. Hey, yada, yada, yada. Next thing you know, they're on The Simpsons together with Ron Howard.
Do you feel like we still have like A-list stars today? Like, I don't think so. I'll tell you why. Because there's no they were like tightly controlled. back in the day, like in early Hollywood, right? Like all the magazines, the studio controlled that, the total image. You have like a couple shots on the red carpet. So you could think that they're like smart. You could think what they're whatever the studios wanted them to be appear as. Even straight, even though they weren't. And then
Yes.
even later, it's like, okay, they can do like some like publicist sanctioned short interview and like you can only ask this and this and you see it. But now they're like literally on Twitter showing their whole ass. Like, I am really stupid. Please see all of my dumb thoughts. And you're just like, wow, you're really dumb. And like, there's no mystique, there's no allure, there's no, it's like, that's what it is. And it's dumb. And you can like zoom in and see like your weird lip injection scars or whatever, you know? Like, how can you be A-list when you're so like everywhere, you know, you're so easily.
I think Robert Downey Jr. is still pretty A-list.
He's not. No, he's not.
Yeah, he's doing real Avengers movie. I think Chris Pratt, Thor, you know.
I don't think Chris Pratt's doing well. And he wasn't Thor. He was
No, the
Star Lord.
Thor, you know. Um, well, this kind of weird right now because it's it's just kind of a weird stagnation because it's you know it's not really any real movie stars, not developed movie stars, but there's no oh yes uh breakout new stars and it's just um it's like a weird period of history where and it's um we're in the middle of a weird transition from big stars, new stars like Samuel L. Jackson, 30 years ago, and now it's like some other person in this small movie who maybe do like another movie like Maggie Robert or Robbie. I think she's um bigger major star right now.
Her last like 4 roles tagged. The movie with Colin Farrell. Like, she doesn't have that many hits. Like, I'm not trying to insult her. I'm just saying, like, movie stars were known for like they can sell, fill seats.
Like Brad Pitt, doing no wrong.
When was his last one? Okay, he did F1. He doesn't work that much. And again, when you think of Brad Pitt nowadays, what you know about him is like his family like disown him. His kids don't ever want to see him. They don't even go by his last name. Like I mean, it's pretty bad. Like, and then you know that because this is what I think. I think that there's so much right now. Like even me being here right now. Like
content.
50 years ago, like it's just whatever like 12 channels are there and that's it. And whatever you could see, like your performer is going to be on one of the network shows, your whatever performer, and it's very limited. And the limited makes it more exclusive, and the exclusivity adds to the allure. So now there's so much that you have to constantly compete for the attention. And because you have to like, you can't be, you almost have to be overexposed to have like a certain profile in like movies or whatever. I think, because then they'll be like, oh, I haven't heard of them doing anything in a while. Like has been. So there's just too much. Like you can't like go away and be like, oh, who is this person?
Like if tomorrow it was just ABBA, it'd be like a major motion picture people are like, oh shit. Oh,
Grace Kelly did
that's
4 movies. 4. Everyone knows Grace Kelly. Huge movies are 4 movies. That's
terrible.
no. I hate you. I hate you. Like, you would not do that today. And like that's your big career. Be like, what? That's all they did. I mean, but like back then,
Some people still do like 2 or 3 movies a year.
in a year. Who?
Yeah,
Well, I mean, yeah, when you had streaming.
some like little small projects too. You know, they're in this movie for a bit, and they're doing this. You know, like little small stuff. It's kind of um like doing like because stuff like Stranger Things and Netflix reinvented how entertainment is. It's no longer you're sitting down for 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Um, it's spread out over 4 or so it's spread over for 45 minutes over 10 episodes. Kind of like the It prequel you were watching.
Yeah.
You know, you know that's that's an idea that you know it's it's new. It's a novel product, and even like the other It movie that came out in the actual theaters, it's something new, something that people know. It's another also like reimagining is also like another crutch. It's also this killing Hollywood. Um, just going to the well one too many times. I give Stranger Things like credit for being a little bit original, but it's like they're feeding on '80s nostalgia, and I guess like some of it is just like okay, rehashing our stuff, but also even like was it Dark Mirror? Um, that's also and I've never seen really before, but came onto my radar recently. Um, you know,
You mean Black Mirror?
yeah, yeah, because like Twilight Zone and Lens was 60 years ago, believe it or not. Believe it or not.
You are
Like,
about to enter. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
we control the horizontal. We control the vertical. For the next 1 hour, you're in the ultra limits.
Well,
Even like shit was scary in the '60s still holds up. Would Black Mirror hold up in 30 years? So, let's see. Like,
I was looking at
and,
some paper dolls. Uh, it was from the 80s, like late 80s, from Barbie or paper dolls, like you gotta fold it clothes onto
yeah,
them. And so they have like a whole outfit and you just put it on the half naked paper
I
Barbies.
vaguely remember it. Yes.
You still have them. You play with them right now. Shut up. So, um, and they had like all these clothing, all these like the looks like spread out with these paper dolls. And it was from the late 80s. And I thought to myself, the 80s looks like the future. Like it looks like that's hard to describe, but like just the way that it looked and not and I don't mean it in the sense of the term um future nostalgia that like the way that the future was depicted in like 2001 Space Odyssey type of shit. I don't mean like that type of I mean it looks like the way that you would envision life getting better and like the improvement. It looks like the improvement and it's not. It's the past. And I don't know, I just find it like So I could see why that would be nostalgic, although, or I could see why people would enjoy nostalgia, if that's the closest you can get to something. In some ways, better. But I wouldn't say Stranger Things is just because the demon, um m- s- smoke monster things.
Like
Or
my
no, is
house.
that Lost? What am I thinking of? Mind Flare. You know, you don't watch you don't watch Stranger Things, but nobody wants like that. But there are elements of it that are more in reality that feel like the future. Yeah.
Or described as TV show was supposed to be in the 80s. Uh, uh, like people thought what, like the example, Video killed a radio star. That was the idea of what 1999 was supposed to be like, or like Battlestar Galactica in the late 70s. The weird shiny um, metal, like aluminum um, tint to everything. That's what I've heard it described once.
It's not um the aesthetic is so much in terms of the materials, like, oh, we envision these materials because, global warming or living in a different planet. It looks like the future because, okay, some of it is like it's a doll, right? So there's going to be the luxury of the clothing. There's like an element of frivolity to it where it's like you can afford to be frivolous. And so of course it's a fashion doll. It would have that. But just looking, it's like it reminded me of that, how there's kind of hopefulness, but also there there's this sort of like life seemed more like fun, and that to me seems like what you'd hope the future would be. Like the present you would think would be more fun or more hopeful or more because you're advancing, but it's not. And I think also there's less people, which allows for more, I think, um Eh, you could, enjoy the fact, like, I don't know, to me, that always stands out the most whenever I think about a time in the past, is that there's substantially less people and what that would be like, um, in the world? Like, you're more special because there's just less people, like, you know?
It's kind of like the movie Logan's Run. Hey, Joe, put, put more obscure semi-reference movies out, please. Okay. It's like Logan's Run. It's the idea there's only a small population in this bubble uh, dome, and after a certain amount of time, you're eliminated. Even though Canada is all inside job.
That's just a product of youth culture at the time, that, the effect of, the fact that they're well, like, millennials are the biggest generation, like, right now. Um, and
Yeah.
but before millennials, it was like the boomers, but enough of them have died off that
Yes.
the millennials are the largest generation right now. But if you think at that time, most people, like, you look at the average age in the country or something, and it was this very youth focused idea. So you get pictures like that. Think in the 70s, how old are the boomers are in the 20s. Um, I think,
Let's see. Rumors were like the hippie, and they suit out for Rogan toot, and they became yuppies.
look at my wall. Wild in the Streets. You've seen Wild in the Streets? It's not. It's just a different world. I think.
I was it's almost another good example like Midnight Cowboy from 1969 or whatever.
Never seen that.
Different world.
That's Angelina Jolie's dad. Is that Angelina Jolie's dad in that one? I haven't seen it.
Different boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, John Bright. Yeah, hey, Jerry. Jerry, I got John Bright's car.
I don't know. Well, listen, you need to just like stop being so depressed. You need to cheer up. Things are gonna get better for you, okay? You just gotta hang in there. It's not
I
as
should be
bad as
like
it
a,
seems for you. If I can survive right now in the actual like shit raining shit storm, literally, that my life is.
it's raining shit. It's raining, yeah, and raining shit.
Okay, thanks. You're not supposed to rub it in like that. But yeah, that's that's my alarm clock every morning at what do they call it? Clock radio. It's raining shit again. Thank you.
My ringtone that wakes me up is goodbye horses. Goodbye. Sounds of the lions in the bite. All right.
No. I don't know. I just know put the lotion in the basket.
Oh, what's your big back? Fighting. Controversies on Austrian. Don't know
Listen,
what you talk.
there's a lot
Mister, my name's a singer. Total Washer in the basket.
there's a lot of good shows out there. Don't give up just thinking about the things that are, derivative of something else. Because there are a lot of things that you might appreciate if you give it a chance. I'll let you know some because I like to watch new things when I can. And um don't limit your I think with the streaming, I think you get some good like there's something for everyone, including yourself. Either that or maybe they'll make a live action King of the Hill and you know damn well you'd watch it.
Uh,
That's that's
I tell you what, the live action would be like, Django. Oh, man.
all right. I'm gonna take another call. Gets
All right. I'll see you when I see you.
Yep, say hi to Willard. Don't kill yourself, okay?
Oh, no. No. That's what that's the father is like, oh, by myself. All my thoughts. I was missing you. I was in California, I wish.
No, I'm right here. I'm not always having the best go of it, but I'm right here, okay? All right, I'll talk to you later. Good night. Love you. Phone is open. I was worried about that one. Okay, Terry said. The highest grossing um actors of all time. I feel like that's Zoe Saldana, right? Because she did the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. She did the Avengers Endgame. She did Avatar. Yeah, I feel like Zoe Saldana. What do you think?
Hi, Princess.
Hi.
She played Gamora.
Good morning. I'm right. I'm right. Yeah.
Playing the game?
No, I was just responding to what Terry was saying. No, we can play a game. Give me a second. We can play a game. John wrote me like he went to bed, but he was watching for a bit. But I was worried about him. He hasn't been feeling well lately. Have you been feeling okay? Because I think like bugs have been going around. Like people being sick. Anyone sick at your work?
Yeah, I mean, I know. But I'm fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
No, I don't totally
I
know what
do.
happened with John. I think Mm.
I'm gonna have an appointment next week. Uh, the
for
21st.
for your knee.
That's for everything.
Physical.
Uh, uh, during, I have like a different doctor. We're going uh, procedure, and I might be that sure, but I may be out for like 2 days of rest.
Procedure, is it serious?
No, I don't believe it. So, yeah, personal procedure. So,
Well, you know what? You deserve to rest days and time off and take care of yourself, you know? I just think, um, I'm glad to see you take care of these things now, you know, because I feel like you can get
yeah,
in a job for so long and you get used to putting yourself off, and then it's like you just accept the idea that, like, well, I must not be worth it, you know? And you can't let that happen because you are worth it, you know? And jobs will just treat people like they're not even people sometimes. They're just numbers and employee numbers.
yeah. I mean, I guess you could consider that a checkup too, because it's it's the when you get older. You know what I mean?
No.
You-
Checkups. I'll give you a checkup. The cold bothering you?
Oh, yeah. Well, it hit me, but I'm okay with it. I'm okay getting through it. And haven't had much issues with me
How's your family doing?
this far. As far as I know, I'm doing okay. Maybe a little bit of that family. Well, not so much that, but everybody, everybody is getting old, and
Like your dad, you're worried about him. Your aunt.
uh, well, my dad, yeah, I mean, my dad's okay so far. Uh, my this is, I guess it's just, I don't know, I don't want to get personal, but I don't want to get, put too much stuff out there. It's just, his between his brothers,
Yeah. No, I just feel like I know that you worry about your family because you went and took care of something for them before, and like I just wanted to let you know that I was thinking about how everything's going, and um I get so overwhelmed with things lately, when I feel really bad, like when I feel really bad, um I I can get, like, these moments of, like, thinking, like, the other night, some days ago, like, this week, my days kinda blend together sometimes, like, the exact date, but where I took, like, my vitamins, but I also took Tylenol, and I had an itch, so I took a Benadryl, and I felt really sick, and my heart was, like, thumping really hard, and I was scared, when you're, like, drooling, like, sort of like something is really wrong, and I just lay there, like, alone, thinking, like, "I hope if I go to sleep, I don't die," and I think about, like, you. I think why I don't wanna die, and it reminds me, you have some people out there that care about you, and, like, I thought, like, 'cause I wonder how Jerry's doing, his family, and that I'm have people that care about me, whoever's out there, like, that makes me wanna, like, keep going when it's really hard. Then sometimes I think you almost need to be reminded of it, when you're, like, scared that you don't really wanna die, and I'll say it, like, "I don't wanna die," um, of the ways that, like, things could be actually worse. Because sometimes I find myself saying, "Oh, my life, it's so bad," and then I'll tell myself, "Okay, but, like, even though I worry that I'll get cancer from all the stress, but, like, I don't have cancer that I know of." I do feel sometimes I feel worried, like, I'll feel like, "Do I have, like, something?" Like, but I feel like there are people that have it worse. It could be worse, and I do have things, like, to live for, even though it feels like sometimes, like, I can't take it, all this fear. But I thought about coming on and I would see you and you guys in the chat, and I would be like, this is where I feel better. So I wanted you to know if you get low like that, you have your pain and work, and there are things to keep going for, if it feels really bad.
Yeah.
And also, you're really cute. So you have that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Don't show that.
And John keeps saying that. He's like, uh, says like, "Oh, maybe I'm not as cute as of a Jerry or something." Like, stop writing me that. Don't be jealous. Hi.
What? Hello.
No, someone just said hi in chat. Sorry.
Gracious, that was another. That was kind of recording that just popped out of nowhere.
I'm not trying to read the chat.
Yeah, I really don't want to show my face on on anything until I want to show my you know without showing my work. I want to people to recognize my talent. I just gotta organize stuff. Uh, um I got some boxes to help me organize my stuff. Like move the stuff from one place to another. My house space, the space that I want to like move my stuff into.
Nice. Just sometimes just like changing of setting, you feel different. Like I had that swing set up there, but I had to take the swing down because it'll fall. And it just take up like half the room. And I thought, you know what? I want to put it in that office. And even though it's not clean, like I don't have the room right now, but eventually. And just moving that opened the space. And I could see it come together where I could put the rug down and the living room be like, and it just feels different now. Like I like going out there a little more because I work on it a little bit and I work on it a little bit and I can see different and see it looks different. And that's helpful. If you know, if you want to feel different.
The climate. Well, I don't know if you call it the climate, but it's better in there because it is in the room that I sleep in. It's like the heat is like it's between the heating and the cold air. It's weird. It's, you know,
Yeah. I don't know why my heat's not working, but I have the electric blanket and I love to have a cozy sleep with that. It's important that you're in a room or where you are, like you can be comfortable, have a good night's sleep, especially after you have your operation, get some rest, feel renewed.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like the home.
Maybe you'll show me a picture sometime of the space so I can picture it. I'm gonna show you my living room when it's together. You guys know I'm gonna bring you back out there. My plan is to get the light going again, and I could be reading out there. I miss it, but I could see it come together. It takes. I mean, you know how that is when you're like slower than you want to be, but it's like okay, but I'm doing my best.
Yeah,
Especially like
well,
with all this going on. What?
drinking.
Yeah, what are you drinking tonight?
Great.
You working tomorrow?
Yeah, yeah. I won't be off till
Till when? Tuesday?
oh yeah, Tuesday. Yeah, I had you all in my mind. Yeah. Well, go
Well,
ahead and make some entry.
I'm hoping this year will look up for me. I don't know. I mean, maybe it won't be all great. Maybe next year I'll be better. I know I'm saying that and it's just starting the year, but I'm just thinking, I know there's the hard things this year. And I mean already, right? But I feel like I would hope by the end of the year it's looking a lot more up than the beginning of the year right now. It's hope, but I mean it's hope is worth something. It's worth a lot. And I'm thinking, I'm gonna be working in the house. I don't know. I got some stuff February, so maybe I'll take some more time off in February. Not really off, like I'll be here, but like some days. But like, I don't know, like trying to make the time when I can for things so I can be in a better spot. Um, I don't know, Jerry. I want 2026 to go better, don't you? What can I do?
Yeah, I mean, I got You, will keep pushing for pushing for you to support.
Yeah, definitely do.
Second for that, and how to manage it, manage for better.
Mhm. And you know what? One day at a time and giving yourself credit, like, where I feel like, um, it's, like, just so often the things that people might not point out or not so often. Like, my sister said today, um, you have to, like, enjoy things in your life, like, find moments in the day, like, of joy. So I said to her, I'm like, "Well, I feel really scared all the time, and so I'm scared for my own survival." Because she said, like, Fila, she was like, like, you're scared about, like, losing Fila, but don't you, like, enjoy having her?" And at first I was like, "Well, no, I don't feel like I can because I'm so scared all the time. Like, it's not really, like, a joyful feeling." Then I thought about it and I thought, "No, I do." And I try to. I'll tell myself this is silly, this is foolish to feel like joy at all because I'm in danger. And I guess I came up with kind of an analogy of like I feel like I'm in like a ship that's sinking and I need to get to land. And however far I am and like if I can make it at all, um, that's somewhat like to fate, that's out of my hands. But to the extent I can do something, I'm trying, but part of like you can't just take buckets out, like, and that'll be enough. Like you need to get to land if you can make it. But in the meantime, like it can buy you some more time to like get some water out. And doing that is like the moments of joy too. Like of like doing this right now. Finding those moments of like this feels like good, like it kind of is like the medicine that keeps you going, but it's that takes some out of the boat. It like helps along. And she's like, it's important to enjoy some moments in your day. Um that and I said, yeah, that probably comes like from mom that um like she has this thing, she was talking with her therapist. It's like last time she said to me, about why she can't get things done for herself. But like for other people, she could give like that advice, like she knows like to tell them like to do this or to even do for them. And I said to her, well, because you feel guilty like for your own happiness. Like because like how mom treated us a lot too is like every moment everything that you felt happy about, you would be guilted for. Like it came at a cost to her. Like everything that you had would have to come from someone else and therefore you would later be guilted about and cause you this pain. She's like, oh my god, yeah, like I said to her, I'm like, so say like Asa, that's her boyfriend, um made you something um for like a gift, like you would feel really bad about that. She started crying. She's like, yeah, I feel so bad. I was like, that's the thing, right? You equate like happiness with like feeling bad, like you'd rather just not feel it. Um, so we're talking about like how like my mom, how she would treat me would be right now, like, well, I shouldn't feel happy about anything because I'm in such a bad spot that's
mm,
just like really stupid. Um, so even like letting myself enjoy my puppy is like I kind of needed my sister to tell me that, like, no, actually you should do. So like mom is not a good example of how to be. I'm like, yeah, I know. I guess I feel like, they're supposed to model behavior to you and you go back to like not knowing how to be and thinking, how do I handle this? Well, I guess I somehow come up with I should handle this by being truly miserable as I feels it comes naturally. But um so I wanted to give that same to you, realization of like how enjoying times like in your life is actually helpful to get somewhere, to carry you through. And you really helped me with that, and you guys helped me with that. Um, then so I can't say it's not been a struggle. It is. Um, but you do give me some moments of peace in this really struggle that I'm in. And I'm hoping it starts to get easier. I start to reach the shore by the end of the year or
mm.
later. But um in the meantime, you're helping me bail some water out, and it helps me stay above. Um and I wish I could tell you right now, everything's so better. It's hope, but it, it's there. I tell myself it's not there, but I
Yeah, I'm working on a bigger bucket.
yeah, well, thank you. So I gotta suction it out for some sunshine and the storm,
I
but
feel like me. That
yeah.
sounds weird. I feel like need water, more water to grow the bucket. Uh,
Well, it's been hard for me because it's like I'm saying, with the house and with what people can see, that that whole idea of like, well, this is what my mom would say, and this is how other people must be because she would be like that. But it's like trying to be kinder to myself, like all the while I'm saying this, I feel like somebody in my chat just comes on to be like, oh, I hope, things are good. And it's like, well, obviously, like what's going on with me, like, and I feel like I've been like open enough to be honest about what's happening. And he's just like, oh, that was good. Wear boots for me. Like, and so it's like
yeah, I
I
think some people just be set, have stuff set to repeat.
mm,
Comments and
paste,
stuff.
copy and paste your own comment. Well,
Yeah,
but I feel like it's it's that feeling like, okay,
and
well, you didn't do this right or this yet for this person. So you have to remind yourself, like, okay, people like my mom and stuff are out there and they write things like that. But I know in myself and you know in yourself that you actually are working really hard to get that water out, even if it doesn't look like it to some people. Not that it doesn't to me, but just um, like being here right now. It's a lot for me. 'Cause sometimes I just wanna cry, Was a lot.
don't let them people shoot. People in the comments. I'm aware of the way you live and try, treat this as simple as I can, and give you give you something, give you something to gain. As far as the bank can give me, because I could give you more than what I've done, but I get this message because it's kind of under some of it's kind of under lockdown, so I have to like give maybe a little reminder of it. I mean,
Yeah,
because of
thank
that,
you.
uh, 'cause uh, the death situation that I
Oh, yeah.
had, like, should looking conscious of it.
Yeah. No, whatever you help me with it. I always appreciate, um, always, um, uh, from everything from the past. I appreciate that. Thank you. Um, but I,
You're
uh
welcome.
sometimes I feel, like, afraid, like, my thoughts, my, I worry about, being good enough, like, you
You're
wanna think
young. So
you wanna think, like I said to my sister, I know so much in, like, happiness is about feeling like things are making progress for the better, even if it's, like, the smallest incremental that you have something you're working toward, and I said, "I feel like most things for me, it's, like, the opposite, out of my control, like, with the car and with, like and I can't think about it, but I'm trying to find something that I can." But, yeah, I get this feeling often that I'm like, "Oh, I'm just really losing myself." Like, um, what's the word? There's, like, a saying, something I'm gonna get this wrong, I think, but it's like, your starting point for your goal or whatever is, like, someone else's, like, end point, like, wherever you are right now, there's someone out there that's, like, hoping to be where you're at now, and I can't possibly fathom that that'd be true for myself, that anyone would aspire to this, and that feeling sort of weighs on me that, like, every day that goes by, feeling like I remain a failure and getting worse, it's mentally really, like, painful, fatiguing. It's sort of, "Oh, I've another day I've woken up and I've letting down, disappointing myself." But I think again, that's sort of the wrong, like, focus. Like, you focus on the negative thing and not, um it's framing. So my mind is framing things for the worse. And it probably thinks it's protecting me by doing that. Like like I said to my sister, she's like, "Well, when you take a shower, because I was gonna take a shower, um, try to like enjoy like how nice your like shampoo smells, and that this is like a nice experience." And I'm like, "Yeah, I just think part of my mind just feels like it's reminding me of how bad things are to protect me, um, because for my own survival." Um, and so I think the negative framing is also there, like, I see things as being really bad in part because somewhere in my survival instinct is like, "This will keep you alive." But reframing is very important. And so, I like to frame it in this moment that I have survived this last month and a half. It's been brutal. Um, and as much as I could say I'm here right now, weaker or more damage from it because it feels right to say that because I feel I have less, so it must be less. Well, maybe that's not necessarily true because you don't really know where things are going for sure. Exactly. For any of us. So, um, I could say to you, right, like, this last year and you're working in your job and well, aren't you like weaker from it? But that's not exactly true. Like you've survived it. And I think you come out as the time goes on, changed, like it changes you, but it doesn't mean that it's for the worse. And I think it's hard to say like when you're still in something, um, you're you can't it's hard to process trauma, although it's possible during while it's still happening, um, and make some sort of meaning from it. But, how I feel right now, like, honestly, if somebody writes something like that, I'm just like, "Yeah, fuck you." I'm sort of like, um and that's a bit of just, like, instinctually coming out, protective of myself and being like, "You know what? Yeah, I can beat myself up," but then seeing someone else being like, "You're not good enough," I'm like, I literally don't know how many people could, like, walk in my shoes. Like, as I explained to my sister some things today, she was just like this and just like, "Oh my god." She's like, "Yeah, this, like, legitimately, like, it's really bad, yes." Really so like, no one could tell you, like, "Yeah, you should just be feeling joy or something," but what I mean is, that actually is a good feeling. When I say that to myself, it's like, "You know what? Fuck you. This is really hard." And I feel like you could say the same thing, Jerry, you know? Like, to yourself, you can be like, um, "Am I doing enough? Should I have done more art so far this year?" Or mo and then but if someone came at you with, like, a complaint, and it's like, "You know what? Fuck you. Actually, could you do what I have done in this?" Like, no, I'm, like, proud of myself, actually. Even though it seems and like this is a failure and like because of the seemingly dire situation, the pain of and yet here I am surviving. I
But we have more than what we think we do. We have more ability, and this where we live in, it's a battle, and
yeah. You know what? You're like exactly you know what I was just gonna say? I was gonna say, the Katy Perry video Roar? Do you know what I'm talking about? Like,
I think so.
she has like a plane crash. It's like funny. She's with this guy and he like dies and gets eaten by a tiger or something right away. And she's just like, "Oh my god, like, oh my god, this sucks." Like she's like get in front of but then by the end she's got like her outfit and her like
Right.
bayonet and she's like, "You're gonna hear me roar, like I've survived this," but it's like what it means is also like you can you can have the plane crash and there you are and it sucks because you never wanted this. And how many times you could say over and over, "But I don't want this, but I didn't want this, but this is really bad and I didn't want this." And it's like you said, you think they were capable of more because life, I think it's like adapting. And eventually you have to adapt to the situation, how bad it is, and figure out how to adapt to something that maybe it's not what you wanted, but you have to like toughen up like that video, right? Where she's like figures out how to be happy, even in the jungle, like in this situation where it's like I'm here now though. And I didn't want to be, but I'm here now. And as Katy Perry would say, you're gonna hear me roar. Like but like sort of that I've been since this first happened devastated. I mean, and if you go back months ago, devastated to that too, and realizing and sinking in more and more things that are like, but I didn't want this. This was something I really feared, but this is not how it's supposed to be because I did everything right. Like, I don't understand, but I try to think, well, what you just said, it's the same thing. Like, we're capable of more than we think. And part of that is adapting into something like, because if you don't, um, then it only just increases your suffering. The poem the other day that I posted from Robert Frost, it's most notable, "The Servant of Servants." It's like a biblical thing, it's to serve the servants, to serve God, but, like, about a woman you should read it, but it's most famous for this term that the only way out is through, um, and so that's kind of where I'm at of saying to myself, "Well, if we're capable of more than we think." And I can say, like, I didn't want this, and I don't wanna have to go through it, but it's, like, the only way to get out of it is to go through it, you know? Um, and it's, like, a famous term for a reason because it's true. You try to avoid it, but you won't get anywhere, like, because that's not how you get out. So, sorry, I feel like
And at the same time,
an eyelash.
I wish I could be your blanket. You know what I mean?
You are my blanket, what are you talking about? Like in The Brave Little Toaster? You know what I'm talking about?
I just want, comfort.
Yeah. No, you do. You give me a lot of comfort because I feel like when everything else feels like I lost everything, that I'm here right now and you're real and you guys are real and we're still here, then I didn't lose everything and I can keep going. Like they could take this and take this. And even right now, like I don't have my car in my possession and things are such a mess, but I feel like we're just waking up to the reality that this is worth fighting for. I'm worth fighting for. You're worth fighting for. And it's going to be a fight. And I didn't want it. I did not want this fight. I 100% did not want this fight. But the only way I was through and I'm in this fight now and this is life. I have to face it. Um and I don't know that I'm strong enough to, but maybe that's the challenge is figuring it out if I am because I don't it's like Arthur says, God to help you and things like that, but it's sort of true in a sense that you realize of like what you used to reach for to help you, if it's not there, then you ask to, like, yourself within, like, tell me, like, what do I do? And if it comes to you, and you know what I mean? Like, have you ever got like that? You feel like your pain and you're really upset, and it's like, what do you hear, you know? Like, you just find it, like, where you don't turn back to, like, drinking or, like, um, give up completely, like, you know? Because when it's really, really hard. I mean, it's like you said, you're stronger than you think, I guess, or and you're gonna go through your procedure, and you're gonna be okay, but I think it's gonna be another one of those things. It's like, well, I have to adapt. It doesn't always mean, like, it's a bad thing. I'm always look at the people that didn't make it. Like, I base my life on so much fear from, like, but this person, look what happened to them, and this person, like, they never like, and I feel like it's like it's a holding me back mentality because that's not me. And I always say to myself, I think that things will be really bad because things have always turned out bad for me. But I don't think that that's really true. I just think it's something I say to myself because I feel like I can recall every time I feel bad, oh, I felt this way before many times, and therefore my life must have just all been really bad. But like I remember being scared of so many things as a child, scared like in the back of a car, and my uncle was driving drunk in the winter, and I did survive. Scared when like often it'd be like in dangerous situations as a child, but I did survive. And I did make it to California. And so many of the things like that, like, yes, I haven't done what maybe many people would think is like expected of a woman to have done. I don't have all the experiences of somebody else, but to me, the fact that I'm still have survived, like, that is a success in to myself. The fact, like, yes, I've been violently assaulted in Florida and homeless, but surviving homelessness, that is a success. That isn't bad. Bad is that if I stayed homeless forever, but I didn't. I always had wanted a pool since I was a kid, and I would be on different swim teams at the YMCA. And then I saw on this show on Nickelodeon once, um, somewhere like that this girl had a pool, and I thought that's my dream, like one day to have a pool. And where I came from, that would just never happen, but it did happen, and I do have a pool. And it's weird, but when I was a kid, I always wanted a dog of my own too. You remember when you were a kid and you're like, you want your own puppy, your own dog? Maybe not everybody, but
Yeah, I school just had a kind of until I got to my home and I turned around and I realized the dog had their claws.
that's
Stop.
yeah.
Uh, my mom would own our pet. Okay. Well, I know I couldn't have the dog this big. It made me want one. Uh, what's this thing? It's where I work at, um, so having, been around pets.
And these are things that are like having, like, have, it seems like have a dog, have like I dresses and shoes because I didn't have growing up, but it's not really that. Even now, I'm realizing it's the ability to let go of a lot of these things. Not my dog, but like that, the learning of that, like losing my mom. I always feared that. Like I always saw people because like I had such a tight knit in a way, like having to move so much as a kid, and it just be like me, my two sisters, and my mom, and the idea that one of us had died, that I didn't think I would ever survive that happening. So to me, it's the surviving a loss like that, even though part of my mind is like, well, that is a loss. That means that, you never got to see your mom again. And that's shows that everything gets worse. But the fact is that I survived losing my mom. And that to me seemed insurmountable. And that's not, it's surviving an extremely difficult thing. And yet, even if it seems to other people like, but that's just a bad thing. Like I know in my heart though that actually it had to happen. I had to lose I couldn't have control over my mom living forever, but my own surviving it is actually a very big deal. And what I'm going through right now, like this is the hardest. Like for me so far. This this past like year, like, but surviving that is to the point that I'm at right now, like, making it even this far, like, I think that because it was always going to happen, a lot of these things, like, out of my control. Yeah, and, like, I used to say that of losing my channel, that I know it could seem like to other people, like, losing that's a bad thing, and it is, but surviving it, though, that's a really, really good thing, like, that's a really big deal, and, so it's not that everything just gets worse, because I think that there are things that are obstacles that you always were gonna have, and if you couldn't survive them, like, then that's all it is, like, if it's like, "Well, then I never survived being homeless," but I did, and I never survived, like, losing my channel, but I did, or my mom, but I did, and to me, that's moving ahead in the obstacle, even though it feels like I'm just hitting obstacles and getting hurt, it's more like, forget about what, like, other people might see. To me, life is not just this free, no obstacle thing, or, like, and that makes a good life. No, doesn't work like that. I think, one day I'll lose my dog, and that's just a given. Unless I died first, which we have to say isn't gonna happen. So one day I will lose my dog because that's how life works, right? And that right now seems very heartbreaking and terrifying. But if one day it happens and I lose my dog and I somehow survive it and somehow feel happy again after that, that's a big deal and that's a success. Even though it seems like what you just described as you lost your dog, that's not a success. But I always was going to lose my dog one day. And I think surviving that is actually a good thing because you can keep going. Um, I feel like you're gonna play a game, a video game, Terry, the video game, like, so you have these challenges ahead, and it's not like, oh, why am I not playing this game? And it's just easy and there's no challenge here. Like, but the thing is, like, you they were always gonna be there. And so if you can get ahead, get to the end, get to that's the thing that where you're like, oh wow. And not like, well, that's really bad because I had this challenge to actually they were always gonna have that. And you look at other people and it's like, "Oh, well, they don't have these challenges, so they must have the good life." Well, to me, it's not only been bad, and I need to stop telling myself it's only ever been bad because I feel like it hasn't. Because here I am talking to you. And how many years, like, and I'm still here talking to you. That's how is that not a good thing, you know?
Making a connection and changing.
I'm in my house, well, however long that'll be, but still, I made it here in California. I come from absolutely nothing. And I have a dog, and I have a pool, and I have a walk-in closet full of sparkly dresses. And I have the long hair that I always wanted. And I Hello Kitty, like, it's not only been bad. I mean, I've not been the greatest life so far, but what I mean is, it feels like if you just look at the bad, well, then of course the bad didn't stop, so it's just been bad. But it's a lot better than it was when I was a kid. And it's not because it's been easy, but I feel like maybe then in the future it can get better because it doesn't only get worse. And maybe having to go through the bad things is the only way to get better. And I'm in it. I mean, it's bad, but and I'm scared. But I think I think what we tell ourselves is important. And it's like Katy Perry in the video, you gotta tell yourself, well, I'm gonna fight this, I'm gonna survive this, and I'm getting stronger. And you have to tell yourself that too, like I'm gonna do this and I'm going to adapt and I'm going to get stronger because you're still here, you know? So look at all you must have survived. And I'm still here and I mean it feels like I'm weaker. It feels that way. But I don't think I don't think that you can go through all this and not look at yourself and say, "Holy shit, what I've gone through." Like this is the type of thing that you see people do and you think of them as someone who's really strong or really been really capable because they're going through that, you know? And that's me and that's you, like that's not other people as hard as it gets. That's unfortunately you didn't want to be the one that's has to adapt necessarily, but that I don't want to be this to say, "Oh, I'm the girl like I've been homeless." I've been like, but I am that person. So so I'm that person. And and now I'm gonna be the person that survived this, and one day, whatever that looks like, that's what I'm gonna be, and you're gonna be the person that survives this.
Yeah, vibrant and
And you're not gonna get there unless you let go of whatever the perfect thing was that you wanted, whatever you wanted, and not be like, "But I didn't want the plane to crash," you know? It's like the plane crashed, so what do you do now?
you look with what friends I got, you know, before we get and eventually we get more from what we've got now.
Yeah, and you got more than you think.
Like I could I could think it of enough, and you know what I want.
Yeah,
And now I feel like what I have is what I have is good. I can use it to my ability, and I will, I'll get to, I'll get to it, I'll get to what I wanted for, and
yeah,
when I really, really get to them, I'll just, be more helpful. You know what I mean? Hey,
the challenge right now with you, right? It's like, okay, I'm having to go to these doctors I didn't always do before. I have to change how I approach things. Every day, it's a new body, it's a new day, and you like me. It's like a game, really. Life can is like a game, survival and adaptation, and as you age and you're here. I think I think the challenge that you're in, you've been really kicking ass and nobody maybe tells you that. It's like if you complete a puzzle, it's 20,000 pieces and it's missing one. Those people will just point out, look at that piece that's missing right there. Like, yeah, you only see that because I did the 19,000 whatever other pieces. Like, that should be an art exhibit at the MoMA. A humongous puzzle with one piece missing. What do you see? Like, you see a picture if you look at it, not just the thing that's missing. It's enough to pit a lot.
I used to think I would never know how to drive, and I remember when I was practicing little thing like getting the car into the garage, but then I panicked and slammed into the brake. Somebody slammed into the into the accelerator, crashed into the dryer, and I learned from it, and really was better. So it's uh, I gained from what I from after using.
Yeah. And whatever accident happened of that, you survived that, which actually is worth more than just, you know what I mean? And you're to yourself, that it means more, no matter what anyone else would say. You know that. Not that they would say, but I think,
So we're gonna just keep surviving, and
yeah, whatever whatever tomorrow brings, right? Because you don't know. But we're still here. And maybe there's something to learn from the people that survive more and you know, the people that and maybe
and
part of it I've learned is like hold on to like the people that love you, the things you do have. I said that to my sister. Um, I said, "Well, you know what I'll think in the shower that'll make me happy is I'll say I had a nice phone call with my sister and that was good. And I'll say that about you tonight and all you guys that I had a show with you guys and I got to be with you guys. And even though I was shaking at first and really stressed, I got through to have a nice night and hopefully you guys did too. And
And don't forget all your food.
oh, I haven't
You
even
know,
that would be
but
19,009.
it's
Thank you. Slightly off topic. Kinda on to Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau. WTF. Well, I don't know. I mean, sometimes um couples that you didn't think would go together like somehow work. I don't know.
so
I
just
don't know.
decided
What?
you need to have spooky.
Yes. Oh, it'll be a good one. I'll pick a good one. Hello there. Good evening. Oh, anyway, I bet it's from his side, but not hers. Oh, oh, you get it from her side. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, but I think that they meet at a party or I don't know like how they met, but I guess maybe they had just had a good chemistry, a good conversation, and how maybe how they make each other feel. And it's like, oh, because apparently she was with that Orlando Bloom, and he was kind of an asshole. Like, how does he have his girlfriend dress up as her for Halloween? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, what a jerk. I don't know. And then maybe this guy, maybe he's nice to her, makes her feel good about herself, which is worth a lot. So I don't know. I mean, how many couples out there like celebrities, and you're like, well, sometimes they work. They like each other, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see if that lasts them. People say that with the Bezos and his wife. I think because um they had that wedding. It comes to mind because Katy Perry was there. Yeah. Anyway, you gotta try to find some happiness in this life and hold on to it. I think that's kind of the win. You know, it's kind of the secret. Try to like try to smile. Try to I think I thought after my mom died, you know, like, "Oh, I'll never smile again." It took me a while, but I did. Um,
Smile makes me feel
yeah. I mean, got Christmas, like, the night of Christmas when you wrote me that and you were so sad. It was such a hard night, the pain. And I'm hoping next Christmas, maybe I'll smile, you know? Maybe it'll be better. And I don't and if it is, it's because I fought like hell this year to get there. But, you know, I'm gonna try. And and maybe at the end of not life, not planning on dying at the end of this year, but what I mean, I guess, is maybe over time you'll come to see that, or I will, that it hasn't all been bad. Even if a year from now I still have problems and say, well, it's only been problems. You got to try to, I guess, notice where it's not, because if I really look at my life, it hasn't only been. It just feels like, why does it always seem so harder than everyone else? Why do I always have to get strikes? And for example, I feels like such. the cursed luck, but instead, I'm sure there are people that feel like they are a lot more cursed than me. I gotta think about that and not my own misfortune, you know? Well, let me know how it's going with your um renovating and your procedures. I'll be thinking of you, but you're gonna be good, and I'm very proud of you for doing this, and I'm proud of you to keep fighting. Um,
Yeah, trying to that be over with. And the process of getting the information together is was the thing for me.
oh yeah, well, good on you for doing that. They make things so hard in this world, you know what to do. So when you do, it's like, good job. Each step, the process, each step, and it's like it feels it feels infinite, but it's not. You know,
Yeah,
things that feel infinite, it isn't. You'll get there.
we will.
And we stay ourselves and be a better version, even for having survived more. But we're still here, so I'll let you get some rest. I know you got to work tomorrow. I gotta pee. I gotta let the mud out. But I love talking to you. Yeah, well, thanks. I need them. Need all the prayers I can get. Thank you. I see you tomorrow night. I love you.
Two prisons.
Kanye turned his current one. I don't see them I don't hear about Kanye very much anymore. Satanic ritual. Okay. Talking about Bezos. um, with that, I say good night. Thank you for sticking with me. I see you tomorrow on the other side. I love you.